welcome to another episode of Wedflics. I'm your host, Julia Braime. I'm the editor and founder of Brides Up North, the top UK wedding blog for northern couples, and I'm the editor of the go-to bridal fashion glossy, Unveiled magazine. Today we are talking dresses, my favourite topic, with Sara, the owner of Pretty White Dress, one of our Unveiled Network members, a fabulous bridal boutique based in the Northwest. So if you love all things wedding dress, this one is for you. So hi Sara, welcome to Wedflics.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So everybody, this is Sara. She is the owner of Pretty White Dress, a bridal boutique based in Hale in Cheshire. And she's here to talk to us today all about shopping for your wedding gown or your wedding outfit, the look of your dreams, basically. So Sara, let's start at the start with the background to opening your own boutique. How did it all begin for you from the moment you had the idea to opening the doors?
So my background is fashion. I did a degree in fashion design and always thought I wanted to be a fashion designer. But I landed a job in a bridal boutique quite accidentally and absolutely fell in love with the bridal industry and wedding dresses and just didn't look back, basically. And at that moment, I just thought, this is what I want to do. I want to have my own bridal boutique. I want to be able to provide an excellent service for brides whilst, being surrounded by beautiful gowns all the time. It just seemed like the absolute dream. And a few years along, I ended up working in a couple of different bridal boutiques and then eventually took the plunge 3 years ago, quit my job and went on the hunt for a premises, found our gorgeous shop in Hale. Completely gutted it because it was horrendous when we first got it. We had a zebra print wallpaper and red carpet. It was quite interesting. And we've just transformed it into this gorgeous, modern, light, airy, beautiful shop. And our ethos is that we want every bride who walks through the door to just have the most special time with us, regardless of whether they buy a dress.
Wow, it sounds gorgeous. So describe the feel of your boutique there. You kind of went into it a little bit. So it's light and airy. Is it intimate or is it spacious? What's the kind of feeling inside Pretty White Dress?
Yeah, it's quite intimate. So we only have one fitting room, which is a very big fitting room, which is really nice. Because rather than being behind a curtain, we wanted an actual room that brides go into. So it doesn't feel like you're cramped, but we will only have one appointment at a time. So it makes it really special for the bride that it's an exclusive appointment just for them. It's just myself or my colleague who will be in the shop and the bride and whoever they bring along with them. So it's a really, really special, intimate space, but also feels very airy and light at the same time.
Gorgeous. And what sort of colour scheme have you gone for in the boutique?
So we've gone for lots of gold, of course, and we've just brought in a few kind of splashes of colour here and there, but we've tried to keep it really, really kind of fresh looking. We've got some great floral displays that are on the walls and things like that. And our main feature is our window displays. We absolutely love to do really striking window displays because we've got floor to ceiling glass. So every season we come up with some ideas because we want to show as well that we're creative, because we also do in-house alterations as well.
Yeah, well, so we'll come on to that. So tell me about these window displays. What have you got going on at the moment?
So we're planning our Christmas window and it's going to be a Narnia theme. So I know it's going to be amazing. I'm currently on the hunt for a wardrobe, also wondering whether my 4-year-old can do without his wardrobe for a month or not, and I can just take that to the boutique. Not sure. We've managed to bag a Victorian old lamppost.
Oh, wow.
Our bride will be wearing a big fur coat and it will just be a gorgeous Narnia scene.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to see that. You'll share it on Instagram with us,
Obviously,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, did it even happen if we don't get it on the gram? I mean, that's the question.
That's it.
Okay. But I really think that it's all about the dresses and the bridal fashion for me, particularly being the editor of Unveiled magazine. It's what we love. But I do think you can't underestimate finding the right boutique for you and that boutique experience fitting with kind of your dream of doing the bridal thing.
Absolutely.
Let's get to the dresses though. So what labels do you carry?
So we have Maddie Lane, which is our biggest selling brand. They're an Australian designer, absolutely beautiful dresses, really unique, quite romantic, very kind of floaty, lots of beautiful laces. And they've just absolutely stormed the UK in the last year, and we couldn't be happy with them. And we also stock their sister brand, Evie Young, which is a bit more boho. They're really, really beautiful. A bit more edgy maybe than the Maddie Lane brand, which is great. We have Catherine Dean, who are a British designer. They are a bit more lightweight. They have lots of separates, so it's great for creating your own look and combining different elements. And they're also eco-friendly as well. They use, a lot of their dresses are made from recycled fabrics, which doesn't sound very luxurious, but they're beautiful. A lot of them are silk, so they're recycled silks.
Oh, I love that.
They're so nice.
I think if you can, if you can contribute to sustainability for your wedding, that's something that's really important to us, and we'll keep pressing for. So that's ticking the right box for Catherine Dean for sure.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. And our other designer that we have is Thea. They're a New York designer, so they're quite chic, quite plain, beautiful crepes. So if you're looking for something that's, you know, more to show off you than to just show off the dress, then they're perfect.
No, they sound like, yeah, that's a label I know less about, actually. I'll have to do some homework and get to know it a little bit. I mean, obviously I know it, but I need to kind of, I don't know it as well as I know the Maddie Lane and the Evie Youngs. So in terms of trends and your customers who are visiting you at the moment, what's popular at the moment for brides kind of looking ahead to 2021 or beyond? What are they loving?
Well, like I say, everyone's loving Maddie Lane at the moment. And I think that kind of romantic feel is really, really taken off. A lot of brides don't want a princess dress, but then Maddie Lane has the romance of a princess dress, but still being quite trendy and fashion forward and cool. So I think it ticks all the boxes there, and that's why they've been so popular.
Definitely. I mean, when I think of a Maddie Lane or Evie Young gown, I definitely think you could kind of move around and it'd be quite comfortable on your day when you're sitting at the wedding breakfast table. You're not going to be kind of constrained. You're going to be able to sort of just, you know, just beautifully flow throughout every element of your wedding in one of those.
Yeah, every bride who stands in a Maddie Lane dress just swishes, and they just stand and swish in the dress for ages. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you want, a swishy dress.
Yeah, definitely. It's that sort of drape of the fabric that they use, isn't it? Yeah. And also Maddie Lane do it, am I right in thinking they do a couple of, you can do some different colorways and sort of nudes and blushes and things? Yeah,
so the majority of their dresses come in a mocha shade or a latte shade. Which actually makes the lace pop beautifully, so you can see all the gorgeous details which you would usually lose with an ivory gown, and they're actually really, really flattering on a lot of skin tones. On the hanger they look quite dark, but then we always convince brides to just try it on. We say, trust me, because when they're on, you just see the ivory lace rather than the darker lining. And yeah, they've done so well for that reason. But there is an option to have them all in ivory, which is great because some brides do just want a crisper look, or for some skin tones and hair colors, it just works better with ivory. So it's great to have that choice.
Yeah, and I know something you mentioned earlier is that you do your own in-house alterations in the boutique. Now that is quite a special offering for your customers. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that and the process there and what you can do with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really special because I think once you've bought the wedding dress, unless it fits you perfectly, it's no good. So being able to trust that your dress is going to be absolutely perfect for your wedding day is a real big thing for a bride. So with us offering that in-house, it just puts so many brides' minds at ease. So we have our studio downstairs where we do all of our sewing. Brides can come to us and have their fittings in the boutique, so it's a familiar place that they trust and they know. And the great thing about it is that we get to see our brides all the way through to the very, very final product, which is really, really special, and it's something that is massively important to us. We want to build a really great relationship with our brides, and another great thing about doing that is that so many brides try on a dress and they say, I just love it, but And there's always something that they want to tweak, whether it's to add a little sleeve, whether it's to higher the neckline slightly, whether it's just to add some embellishment or a bit of sparkle, or they want the train making smaller. It's the perfect dress, but whereas we can just sweep in and say, that's fine, we will do that for you. And we've been able to create, you know, really bespoke gowns for people, which is really beautiful. Everybody wants something different, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. I love that you can kind of take a gown that's been made by an amazing designer label and then kind of zuzz it up a bit with your own, or pare it back, one of the two, with your own imagination and then your skills. And what's so nice is that this is different, right, from like the usual sort of seamstress vibe.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, seamstresses can do all of the things that we do, absolutely. But I think when it's combined with us who have sold the dress and things like that, we're able to be a bit more creative and offer, you know, ideas up for brides when we're selling the dress in the first place. Whereas a seamstress is waiting for you to tell them what you want to do. And I think because of our creativity, so many brides will say, I don't know what's wrong with it. And we'll say, oh, well, how about if we'll bring a bit of lace and we'll drape it on your shoulder or something. And then it's like, oh my gosh, yes, that's it. That's what I needed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, you're at the forefront of talking to the customers in the boutique and hearing their concerns and kind of hearing them talk about what they like, rather than just, like you say, sort of it being passed down the line. So when you're actually hearing those suggestions in real time, then you kind of build an idea of what you can do and kind of what people want a lot more. I agree. I think it's a really, really nice service that you offer. So tell you what, talking about service, what's the process then? So say someone's watching now or listening, wherever they may be getting this content, and they think, okay, yeah, Sara and her team sound right on my street. Then what happens next? How can they come in to see you? And then what's the process?
So we are run on appointment only, so that we can give you the best exclusive appointment. So we would ask that you fill in our appointment request form on our website, and then we get back to you straight away. We can also, you know, book appointments through Instagram and things like that if people direct message us. We just prefer to do it through the appointment request form because it gives us all the information that we need at the time. And then we'll book you in at a preferred date and time. And when you arrive at the shop, you'll just be greeted with so much love, because we do just love on our brides a lot. It's something that we really cherish, is the relationship between bridal consultant and the bride themselves. We'll welcome your entourage in. You'll get to browse through the dresses. We absolutely let the bride lead on what they're looking for. We will ask questions such as, when is your wedding? What's the kind of style of your wedding? Do you know what you're looking for? Is there anything that you absolutely do not want? Is there anything that you've seen on Instagram? What brought you in here in the first place? But we will then allow the bride to just peruse the dresses, pick out what she wants to try on. And that's how we start. And there's no kind of maximum amount of dresses they can try on. They can try on as many as they want to. But from that point, we will then take over and say, okay, if that didn't work, I have this wonderful dress for you. And actually, if you like this, maybe you'd like to try this dress here because it's quite similar. And that's when we kind of take over, so that the bride feels like she has had her own input in the dress process, but we are also offering our expertise, and it works.
Do you know what? I think this is so nice to hear, because sometimes when I hear about the process in a boutique, I mean, I know why it's done that way, because it can overwhelm sometimes if a lady comes in and she has, you know, no clue what she's doing. And she just starts trying everything on willy-nilly. But I think that actually with your process, I think it's nice you allow the bride that special moment of time to browse and to have that kind of, like, I can only liken it to be like a kid in a chocolate shop. Like that feeling of, oh my goodness, I could wear any of these are all for me. Like, let's just have your kind of, like, it's very girly moment, really, isn't it? But it's an amazing moment, and it should be allowed to be enjoyed. So I love that you let your bride and her kind of her party who've come in have that time. It's so special, so special. But then I think it is great that you kind of like then take it by the reins and say, okay, and give that expert opinion, so that then the guidance that you're giving is going to really assist that customer in kind of narrowing down her options and getting to hopefully a final decision that she absolutely adores. Because sometimes brides come in with hang-ups, don't they? I mean, they might be worried about a particular body part, or they might just feel big, which, girls, is ridiculous. I mean,
it is.
Sara can help you. Like, what do you do when brides come in and they're feeling a little bit reluctant, perhaps?
Yeah, it always makes me so sad when brides come in quite, with hang-ups about their bodies. And every girl that walks through is absolutely beautiful in their own way, and we want to celebrate every woman for their own beauty. But we completely understand that some people do have hang-ups, and it doesn't matter how many times you tell them that, say, their arms aren't fat. If they feel that their arms are fat, that's all they're going to see. So what we do in that position is that we would reassure the bride that their arms aren't fat. However, if they feel like that, they might like a slight covering of lace over the arm and things like that. So it's kind of reaffirming that they are beautiful, but we want them to feel comfortable on their wedding day, because nobody wants to go to their wedding day feeling that they've got big arms, or that something's showing that they don't want to show.
Yeah, I think that's so lovely, because I mean, we come in all different shapes and sizes, and we all look very different. And this is why you have the independent boutique experience when you're getting married, because they cater for a whole range of heights, shapes, sizes, and, like you say, worries about your body. And they can really make you feel your best. I think that's the point, isn't it? That it's not about hiding or covering or whatever. It's about working with your boutique consultant to kind of get your look perfect for you.
And sometimes it's about, rather than focusing on the body hang-ups, what parts do you love about your body? Because let's show those off. If you're confident about, say, you've got amazing boobs, well, let's show them off in the best way. If you've got a tiny waist, well, we've got some great dresses that, make your waist look, really accentuate your waist and give you a really hourglass shape. If you've got an amazing bum, well, let's get you in a nice fitted fishtail dress. It's about maybe focusing on the good points rather than really stressing about the hang-ups.
Yeah, and also it's about what you perceive to be the bad points, because honestly, come on, somebody loves you. They've put a ring on your finger.
That's it.
And they're waiting at the altar, and you are going to look incredible, for sure. So what sizes do you carry then, Sara? Who do you cater for in the boutique?
So with a few of our brands, we go up to a size 26, which is great. It's really, really great to offer that plus size. And actually, we have had quite a few plus size brides that we've already sold to, which has been amazing, because our samples originally that we ordered were very small sizes. In hindsight, that was a really bad idea. And now throughout the year, we've invested in some bigger sample sizes. But we can also, even if the dresses, no dresses fit people perfectly, no sample dresses, we get brides in from a size 2 up to a 24. So having a size 12 dress isn't going to fit either of those people. No. But we have special ways of pinning dresses or lacing them up at the back if they don't fit. And we just want every bride to feel beautiful. And I think we achieve that. We just love on our brides, no matter who they are, what they look like. We think everyone is beautiful, everyone is special, and everyone deserves a dream dress.
For sure. And the problems can be the other way too. People can be really petite, and so a size 12, it goes both ways, really. And I think the point is, like, the dress, the sample, you shouldn't go into a bridal boutique expecting the sample to fit you like a glove.
That's it.
You need to know that the dress you try on isn't going to look really anything like your wedding dress on the day, because that dress, your wedding dress, will have been made to fit you. And I think that your team having the in-house alterations, like that, just goes hand in hand with that experience. Actually, that dress in the end will be tailored to you, and it's going to look perfect for your body. I think as well with kind of the lines you stock as well, with the designers you stock, that they are comfortable gowns, and that kind of works as well both ways. And are they easy to alter, or are they difficult to alter, the dresses, or does it vary?
It varies. I mean, when we've sold quite a few full sequin gowns, now they are really tricky to alter because you have to unpick every single sequin. And even a lot of the lace ones, when you're altering the hem, it's a real labor of love. But we, you know, like I say, it's a labor of love. We enjoy doing it, and we're highly skilled and know what we're doing. So everything is doable and possible, no matter how long it takes. But the great thing about a lot of the Maddie Lane dresses actually is that although they're quite soft and floaty, they have great structure in them. So for anybody who's smaller that wants to look more curvier or look like they've got a more ample bust, they have the corsetry in them to provide that. And for anyone who's bigger, the corsetry helps to kind of shape and smooth any lumps and bumps and things like that, while still giving off that really floaty, graceful appearance.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. So for a bride who is at the start of her dress shopping experience, and we are filming this during the times of COVID, I think there's been a bit of confusion with brides thinking maybe they don't need to be visiting boutiques yet because their wedding's been moved back or postponed. And we've been trying to say to them, look, no, you need to be getting into your boutiques because the lead time on gowns can be quite long, and that poses a challenge and it will restrict your options. So what would you advise a bride to be in terms of that sort of logistical stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. If you need a wedding dress, you need to be booking to go to boutiques to have a look at them. Give yourself as much time, because also you may not find it straight away. For a lot of people, they do, but for some people, it's quite a long process. So if you can start that process early, then the earlier the better. And like you said, lead times are already 6 to 8 months, but with COVID hitting, they've ended up being much longer than that because so many factories have had to close, fabrics aren't being produced, that kind of thing, or there's been delays. So, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future with further lockdowns and things like that. So it's just so great to, get on with it, find a dress you absolutely love and tick that off the list and know that that's done, and not have the worry of not being able to get a dress in time.
Yeah, I think so. I think brides need to be knowing that they need to be, and also because of the lockdowns and the closed times, and also the need for distancing within the boutique, the appointment schedule is tighter than it used to be. So I think it's important for ladies who do want to shop, particularly for 2021, like my goodness, but even for 2022, to be getting in and making your appointments and starting the process going. And definitely bride boutiques like Sara's can advise on that lead times and on the process, but don't, I guess, cut off your nose to spite your face with this, because it's just so important that we keep on going and keep the system ticking, for sure. Okay, so Sara, how can a bride to be find you? What's your website address first of all?
So our website is www.prettywhitedress.net, and we are also on Instagram. We're at Pretty White Dress Bride, and we're on Facebook as Pretty White Dress as well. We also are on Pinterest as well, Pretty White Dress. If you fancy following us on our inspirational boards. But we are mainly on Instagram. That's our main social media platform, I would say.
Great. And I know that brides are going to always want the next best dress. So are your new collections in store now for brides to be looking at?
They're arriving December and January, which is really exciting. We did just get new collections in just before the kind of, I guess August time, so just before this new lockdown. So they're still quite fresh, all of the old collections as well. So there's plenty of fabulous new designs and dresses to choose from. There's so much choice. There really is.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, it really is just an amazing experience. And brides, if you've got that coming up, you are so lucky. I'm so jealous. You're going to have the very best time of it. Definitely go and check out all those things Sara just mentioned. Her Instagram and her Pinterest particularly will give you lots and lots of inspiration, because they are beautiful, and those labels that they carry are just the nicest. And I'm definitely going to pop in next time I'm in Hale to say hello and to have a little browse of your rails. Soon may it be. But thank you so much, Sara, for being our guest today.
It's been great.